Hey, what is going on guys? It's been a little while. So today we're checking out the Final Fantasy VII Remake Tifa Lockhart 1/4 scale resin statue. So this is a brand new statue which was just announced a couple of weeks ago, and so many of you guys have been asking for me to make a video on the statue. So I do apologize for the delay guys, but I've got a whole bunch of Final Fantasy VII videos on the way. So yeah, hope you guys will enjoy them. So if you guys are new here, then yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII videos. And if you guys want to keep up to date with what I'm up to, then yeah, be sure to follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm most active. So yeah, if you guys have Instagram, then yeah, drop by. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys don't miss out on these videos. Alright, so let's get into it guys. So I think this is one of the best Tifa Lockhart statues which I've seen. Along with the Pink Studio Tifa Lockhart statue, I think these are the best two statues which have been made. I've actually got the Pink Studio Tifa on pre-order, and I just really cannot wait for that statue. I will have a review of it once I have the statue in hand. But yeah, in my opinion, these are the best statues. What about you guys? What do you think? Which is your favorite statue, and which one do you have on pre-order? I mean, we've had so many Tifa statues at this point, I've just lost count of how many there's been. So this statue just looks amazing. As you can see, it's based off the outfits in I think it was chapter 9 or chapter 10, I can't fully remember, but it's the chapter when you have to get the dress. I actually didn't get this dress in the game, I got the exotic dress, which was also a very nice design, but I think this dress in particular works so well for the statue. They've just done such a nice job here. Even though the statue isn't based off Tifa's iconic outfits, I think this is one of the best designs that I've seen, and I just couldn't be happier with how it turned out. So as you can see, the statue seems to be a 3D model. We don't have any images of how the actual statue is going to look in hand as a physical item, but if they do release any in-hand images, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But from what we can see here, it just looks to be a beautiful piece. She pretty much looks exactly like how she did in the game. I love that head sculpt so much. If the final product turns out anything like these promotional images, then I'm going to be so happy. As for the release date of the statue, there doesn't seem to be a set release date as of yet. It still seems to be decided. Sometimes with these resin statues, they wait to see how many people are going to pre-order the statue, and they'll make more or less depending on the number. But I think the statue is probably going to be limited to a couple hundreds, as with most of these 1/4 scale resin statues. I've got to say, I really love the pose. I think it's very fitting for the character, and it's very easy on the eye. I mean, it's such a nice statue to look at. You can really display the statue for a long time, and I don't think you'll get bored of the statue. Some of the other Tifa statues out there have very extreme poses, which are very tiring to look at for a long time, which is why I didn't pick up those statues. I think sometimes less is more, and the simpler the pose, the better it works. That's why I went for the Pink Studio Tifa, because it's such a simplistic pose, but you could easily display the statue for a long time, and you won't get bored of it. That's just my personal opinion, but I know everyone has their personal taste. So I mean, really depending on what statue you want, just go for the statue which appeals to you the most. As you can see, she's got this purple type of blue dress piece. It's a really nice design. I think it's probably the best dress that we can get for Tifa out of all the costumes. It just suits the character so much. There's so many hidden details in there. I mean, look at all the creases, all the folds in the fabric. As I mentioned, I don't know how the statue's really gonna turn out in person, but I can't imagine it'll be much different. These resin statues always seem to match the images pretty closely, so for this statue I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. I also quite like the base. As I mentioned, I think it's based off chapter 9 in the Wall Market, which was such a good chapter. It was probably my favorite chapter out of the entire game. It was just such an entertaining chapter, and the environment designs were insane. And I love the fact that they have included some of the environments in the base. As you can see, we have the stone steps, and we have this red and gold railing at the bottom, which I think works so well. They've captured the scene so perfectly, and I don't think they could have picked a better scenario to base the statue off. You can even see, like, I think it's some flower petals on the steps, like these pink flowers. I mean, just the detailing is really crazy. And on the other side, we have this lantern. I mean, this is just amazing. This lantern's gonna have LED lights built inside, which is gonna make for such a nice light up effect. I mean, I'm just so impressed with how much thought and design went into this statue. I just love it so much. I personally think this is probably the best base that I've seen out of all these Tifa statues. I do love the Pink Studio Tifa base, but I just think this one looks better because it's realistic. It looks like she's really standing in the scene. Apart from that, I think the skin tone looks pretty good. I especially love the sculpting around her knees. I think it looks super realistic. And she even has the straps from the heels around her ankles. and of course she has the purple heels on her feet. So for those of you wondering, the statue is cast off. Now I'm not going to show those images in this video because my previous videos got flagged, which I was super bummed out about, so I don't want to risk this video getting taken down or flagged. But if you guys want to see the cast off images, then it's pretty easy enough to find the statue. So we do have a couple images of the statue unpainted. I don't think these are in-hand images. They look to be 3D renders on textures. I mean, it pretty much looks the same. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm really not going to worry too much about how the final product is going to turn out. I think it's going to turn out great. I mean, there isn't much detail on the statue anyways. It's a pretty smooth piece, so I don't really think much can go wrong. We don't have a back view of the statue, which is a little bit disappointing. I would like to see the back of the hairpiece. I do think the hairpiece could be a little bit fragile because there are some strands of hair sculpted in there, which seems to be pretty thin. So as always with resin statues, you gotta be super careful. I don't usually collect statues, just because of how fragile and how expensive they are. But I do have a couple of these high-end statues, and I mean they're super fragile. It's so scary just trying to move the statue. So honestly, I don't recommend these statues if you guys are just casual collectors. These are only for high-end collectors who have the space, who know how to look after them. I recently picked up the Mayflies Studio's Claire Redfield statue. So I mean, if you guys want to see a review of this, then just let me know. I've had this piece for about maybe a month or two now, and I would like to do a review of it, but yeah, if you guys want to see it, then just let me know, and I'll try to get that review done. Apart from that, I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are keeping safe, having a great time playing all these games during the lockdown. I've been pretty busy playing The Last of Us 2 recently. Great game, but it's a very bitter game, not really what I expected. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing, let me know what games you guys are playing, and yeah, I hope everyone is doing okay out there. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot more Final Fantasy VII videos on the way. Thank you so much for watching, take care, stay safe, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Alright, take it easy guys.